Time to talk about nummy num nums. Listen, man, I see you over there working out. You try not to eat them bad foods, but you love them fried stuff, don't you? You know what it's like. You take that first bite and the fat dribbles down your mouth, followed by the instant insulin spike. Mama! You get that racing heartbeat, the blood pressure goes up, and then you gotta see a doctor. I'm just playing with you. We all know the fried foods are okay in moderation. A little treat once in a while ain't gonna kill you. But that also might depend on what you're frying. Cause let's just say some of y'all are frying some weird things that you should not be. Huh.
Tasty.
Here are the weirdest fried foods in the world. Number 10 is fried alligator on a stick. Oh, this sounds tasty if you're from the bayou. Which I am not, so. Okay, here's a question. What should you do if you have an alligator problem? You might think the answer would be to move, elsewhere, but in Florida, they have a very, special solution. Yeah, they eat them. Seriously, it's not unusual to walk through a fun fair in some parts of Florida and see food vendors offering alligators on a stick. Only a few restaurants in Florida have taken the leap to actually serve it. The meat is usually fried and heavily seasoned and sometimes put on a skewer. I should point out that it's illegal to kill a wild alligator unless it's a nuisance or you have a permit during hunting season. And if you are silly enough to try and catch one for food, just remember that this is one meal that'll bite back. Number 9 is fried pig ears. Whenever there's an economic downturn, people eat frugally. During the Depression era, you couldn't afford to waste any piece of meat from any animal. That meant eating things you don't normally see on a menu today. One of those things was fried pig ears. What's surprising is that even today, it's considered a delicacy by crazy people? I'm just playing. You do you, pig-eating people. Pig ears are usually soaked for 24 hours so that they are less, I want to say eerie, but I'm not sure if that's a word. Pig ears are soaked first to make them more tender. After all, they are basically cartilage. The ears are then either dipped in a batter and deep fried until crisp, or shallow fried along with some seasoning and spices. And don't complain to pig ear enthusiasts if you're served them because they won't hear you. I'm not gonna lie, there were a lot more puns in the script, but I'll just stop it there. Number 8 is fried Snickers. Oh, yum yum in my tum-tum. Scotland is a land of ancient mystery and wonder, but also some unusual food choices. You might think I'm talking about haggis, gross, but in fact I'm referring to the tradition in Scotland of frying everything, and I mean everything. Take, for example, the ancient tradition of frying chocolate bars. You might think this sounds appealing, and to some it is, but to others it's just plain crazy. In many fish and chip shops around the country, you can order a fried Mars or Snickers bar. They take the bar of chocolate, dip it in a flour batter, and then deep fry it in the oil that they deep fry the fish and chips in. When you bite into the crispy strangeness, the chocolate bar has melted into sludge. Sludge. Many consider the deep fried Mars bar to be a Scottish delicacy, but I think we all know what the real Scottish delicacy is, don't we? Whiskey! Let's get silly! Number 7 is fried ants. In Colombia, deep fried ants are often served as a delicacy. You'll find a lot of videos of tourists trying them, and apparently they taste better than you would think. One of the most famous types of ant to be fried in Colombia is the hormigas colones, which literally means, and I'm not making this up, big ass ants. Yes, that's right, I'm talking about the big butt ants, not your aunt. I know your auntie got a big butt, but that's not what I'm talking about. They're collected during the rainy season and are soaked in salt water. This helps to give them a salty taste, which explains why some people say they taste like salted and roasted peanuts. You can try fried ants if you're in the Santander region between April and May. Not only are they popular amongst locals and visitors, but it's rumors that these particular ants act as an aphrodisiac, and some couples eat them on their wedding night. I mean, some people break out the wine and a nice steak during, their honeymoon or the wedding night, but some people eat insects. So if that's you, don't marry me ever. Number 6 is fried rat. Oh God! They say that rats are so common that you are never more than a few meters away from one. Most of us, when confronted by a rat, find the experience skin crawling. And no wonder, considering that rats eat garbage, carry fleas, and have been known to carry many plagues. So you might find it a little strange that in some places, they don't just exterminate the rats, they eat them. In Vietnam, for example, you can walk into a restaurant and order rat on a stick. During the rat hunting season, restaurants around Hanoi and Vietnam are increasing the popularity of this bizarre food. The rat is either chopped into pieces so that parts such as the tail can be deep fried, or simply dipped in batter and fried whole. You then have the option to select your favorite dipping sauce or run screaming from the premises. I choose the latter. Number 5 is fried Kool-Aid. There are some seriously bizarre fried liquid recipes out there. There are people that deep fry Coke, beer, and even cider. But the strangest fried liquid of all time has to be Kool-Aid. That's right, Kool-Aid balls are actually a thing. Created by Charlie Bogosian, fried Kool-Aid involves making a batter from flour and water while throwing in some Kool-Aid for good measure. When they're fried, these things look like bright red blood balls. When Charlie was first making them, he said in an interview that he was happy just to see what happens. Oh, just to see what happens? Why don't you throw in some motor oil, Charlie? Or some rocks? When will people learn that some things just aren't food? Like Kool-Aid is a drink, people, not a food. By the way, fun fact about Kool-Aid, always drink it if offered by a child, never drink it if offered by a cult leader. One turns out well, one doesn't, I promise. Number 4 is deep fried guinea pig. Every region has its own food quirks. Heck, even in my own beloved country of Canada, we put ketchup on our macaroni and cheese. But I have to take my hat off to my Peruvian brothers and sisters because they have taken regional food quirks to a whole nother level. They serve, drum roll, guinea pig. But not just any old boiled or roasted guinea pig. No. We're talking about dripping in fat, deep fried guinea pig. Because in Peru, you have to go hard or you go home. Traditionally, fried guinea pig was served without the batter, like a kind of kebab. What put a lot of people off was that the guinea pig was served this way along with its claws and teeth. So some restaurants have taken to disguising the overall guinea pigness of the dish by covering it in a thick batter. I'm still sure that I would not eat that. Excuse me, waiter, this chicken that I ordered has a suspicious guinea pig shape to it. Did you serve me guinea pig? Number 3 are deep fried cockroaches. Yummy! In the words of a great pest controller, if you can't beat 'em, eat 'em, or something like that. We've already featured rats and ants on our list, but I still cannot get my head around eating cockroaches. These pesky critters can hide anywhere, and it's often said that if there was a nuclear war, only cockroaches, and possibly Keith Richards, would survive. The guy's old, he just will not die. Eating these seems to be a stretch, but there are surprisingly quite a few recipes for frying cockroaches. There's a roach stir fry that involves removing the wings and legs of the roaches and literally frying them in vegetable oil with some vegetables, ginger powder, and soy. Another recipe is to freeze the cockroaches in a freezer bag, dry them on a paper towel, and then deep fry them in oil until crispy. Or, you could just call to have someone remove them. It's entirely your choice, I guess. Number 2 is fried pork intestines. Remember what I said earlier about people eating every part of the animal? Well, I was certain that they'd at least throw away the digestive system, but apparently not. One way to do this is to cook pork intestines. That's right, the place where the pigs keep their, poo-poo. One recipe using pork intestines is called a crispy bagbis. This involves chopping up the rubbery, squelchy insides into smaller pieces and then boiling them to make them taste less like the digestive system of a pig. Poo-poo. Then you can season them and deep fry them until crispy. Yum. One word of warning that is usually included in these recipes: you need to buy pre-cleaned pig intestines because cleaning out pig intestines is apparently not a fun thing to do. Poo-poo. Ah, there goes my plans for this Saturday afternoon. I was gonna have me a good old-fashioned intestine cleaning. And number 1 is deep fried seahorse. Dubbed by some as the weirdest food you can eat in China, fried seahorse is sold by street vendors. We all know the seahorse to be one of the most unusual looking fish anywhere in the world. In fact, it's so strange looking that you wouldn't think that there would be much, if anything, that would be edible on it. But that's what deep frying in vegetable oil is all about. It'll make almost anything edible. The seahorses are caught, then placed on skewers for easy eating. After all, you don't want to eat these things with your hands. They're then fried until golden brown. Apparently, seahorse tastes a bit like honeycomb mixed with, what's that tasty thing? Oh, dirt. Then again, give me deep fried dirt over a crispy seahorse anytime. At least I know dirt is edible. Well, I ate it once as a kid, and that's a story for another day. Thank you so much for watching, liking, and of course, subscribing to my channel. And a very special thank you to all of my channel members, especially the names you see on your screen right now. Every single one of you helps keep my channel going. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.